Windsor wakes up for Prince Philip funeral with ring of steel to guard royals. Prince Philip's funeral takes place at Windsor Castle in the Berkshire town today, and additional police officers are on duty, and further security measures are in force. A double-enforced ring of steel has been put up around Windsor Castle to protect the royal family as the town prepares for Prince Philip's funeral. Extra police officers will patrol the royal town and areas around Buckingham Palace in central London throughout the poignant day. The public have been asked to stay away from Windsor due to the pandemic, but it is understood that officers have been told to ensure that any crowds that do gather are compliant with COVID-19 advice. Anti-terror hostile vehicle mitigation barriers have been placed around the town. The concrete blocks are designed to stop a lorry attack similar to the Bastille Day terror killings in Nice in 2016. Undercover officers, search teams, mounted units, and sniffer dogs will also be used to protect the royal family today. Road signs in the area warned, avoid all non-essential travel and do not gather at royal residences. A few members of the public visited briefly to lay flowers. Jack Carson, 34, who lives locally, placed a bunch near Windsor Castle and said, "I'm going to watch the funeral service from home, but I thought it would be nice to come down this morning to lay some flowers down." Philip was a fantastic public servant and will be missed by the people in this town. Di Davies, former head of royal protection for the Met Police, said, "Police are there in support of the royal family and to protect the military who will be there in ceremonial roles." The terror threat is still at substantial, and given the notoriety of some of the 10,000 or so on the terrorist watch list, I would not underestimate the threat. Meanwhile, a Kill the Bill protest is planned today in central London, near Buckingham Palace. Activists protesting against the police, crime, sentencing and courts bill are set to gather from about 1 p.m., 2 hours before the funeral is expected to start around 20 miles away. Deputy Assistant Commissioner Jane Connors, who is leading the Met's policing this weekend, told The Times, "We will continue to operate a bespoke policing plan in place around Buckingham Palace and Westminster, to keep people safe and to disrupt criminality." "We will also be deploying a number of officers ahead of a demonstration in central London. I must stress that we remain in a public health crisis and gathering in large numbers presents a real risk of transmitting COVID-19. Thames Valley Police has urged mourners to respect the family's wishes and watch the event from home. Heathrow Airport, which is less than 10 miles from Windsor, said no arrivals or departures will fly over the area. During the funeral, the airport will also prohibit planes from taking off or touching down for a 6-minute period coinciding with the national 1-minute silence at 3 p.m. on Saturday to mark the start of the service. No professional football matches will kick off at the traditional 3 p.m. time today to respect the funeral.